Hi, did you ever find yourself in a situation where you say something kind of incorrect and maybe kind of dumb in a conversation in front of like 2, 3, 4, 10 people, and then you're like, oh my god, everybody's gonna think I'm absolutely stupid. I can't believe I just said that. There's a bunch of different examples actually, like spilling a drink in your t-shirt during a party and thinking that everybody's gonna notice it, you're just gonna look ridiculous, and everybody's just gonna talk behind your back about that stain. And that's called the spotlight effect. So the spotlight effect is a cognitive bias that causes people to overestimate the degree to which they are observed and noticed by others, as well as the degree to which others care about the things that they notice about them. It's basically a term used by social psychologists to refer to a tendency we have to overestimate how much people think and notice about us. We tend to think there is a spotlight on us at all times, highlighting our mistakes and flaws for the whole world to see. And it's even more common and a bit more exaggerated in people with social anxiety. Well, most of the time in both of these situations, people don't really care about you that much. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, I would appreciate you leaving a like and a comment because it will really help out with the algorithm. Alright. If you say something stupid, you're the only person who really latches onto that and feels like you did something wrong and that everybody's gonna judge you. Most of the time, people just don't care. Maybe they'll notice it, but they definitely won't lose sleep over it or remember it the next day and think about you in a negative way. They mostly think about how they feel and how they are perceived by other people, just like you do. So whether you were in that type of situation ever or not, I don't know. I'm the type of person who really goes there, and often I feel like people are gonna judge me for this or that thing. The reason this happens is that a lot of people, but especially those with social anxiety, are over-focused on themselves and their point of view, their actions, their appearance, and they believe that everyone else is just as aware of those things as they are. It's basically because you can only view the world through your own eyes and your own perspective, and that tends to shift our focus and make us not approach all these things about ourselves objectively. And why is that bad? For a bunch of reasons. For one thing, it can cause us to make decisions based on the incorrect assumptions that we are constantly being sized up by other people. It can cause us to miss opportunities and negatively affect relationships with other people if we are being driven by this constant spotlight on us. It really can translate into a lot of things in life. If you want to be an artist, start a business, starting relationships, approaching people, and maintaining the current relationships that you already have in your life, it's gonna get harder if you feel like people are constantly against you, in a way. Maybe not against you, but are waiting for you to slip up and are noticing every little thing that you were doing wrong. Look at my hair. How can I possibly continue with this video? Look at this. This is not good. I really had a problem with this when I started my YouTube channel. Before I uploaded my first video, it really was kind of hard to push that upload button because my friends are gonna see it, my family's gonna see it, everybody's gonna be talking about me. I'm 29, I'm doing YouTube. Everybody's gonna have a bad opinion and a bad experience watching my videos, just gonna find it ridiculous. When in fact, everybody that I spoke about this channel with was either very positive and supportive or just simply didn't care and it was like, cool man, good for you. And that's it. No one really cares. And once I realized that, it really made this whole process a lot easier. And now I just upload a video, I don't really whatever. All right, so all that being said, how can we overcome this feeling? One way you could do it is to ask yourself, how would you react if the roles were reversed? Would you really think less about somebody that spilled a drink on your shirt, for example? Probably not. And if you would, leave this video right now. Don't leave the video, just don't do that anymore. That's not nice. A slightly more hands-on method to deal with biases like this comes from CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, which is often used to treat anxiety. One staple of CBT is the use of worksheets where clients work through these distressing thoughts by challenging any cognitive biases or distortions that might be causing anxiety in a process that's known as cognitive restructuring. In the case of the spotlight effect, there are some worksheets that prompt people to think about the evidence that supports this thought that is causing them anxiety. The last step is usually to come up with an alternative or balanced version of this thought. Getting back to that example of when you say something stupid in front of a group of people and your brain goes in that direction of, oh my god, now everybody's gonna think I'm stupid, an alternative thought would be, people maybe notice that I made a mistake, but they probably won't think much of it later on. So taking all these things into account, and on top of that, realizing that other people have that same weird thing that you do. It's where peer pressure comes from, flexing and boasting and trying to look either cool or rich or just better than an average person, can also be a side effect of the spotlight effect. So realizing that we're definitely not alone in this, and a lot of people feel that way, most of the people actually feel that way, they can kind of take the weight off your shoulders. And all that aside, even if you really can't make yourself get over that feeling, there is always a question of why would you care? So realizing that first of all, this is happening, I am a victim of the spotlight effect. And second of all, it's just not realistic and it's not true, and that it's coming from a place of fear and insecurity, made me be able to start getting over it. Is that an okay sentence? I hope it is. Whatever you're trying to do in life, don't let other people's opinions stop you from doing it. Just go out there and do your thing, and most of the time you will get a positive reaction in return from people, or a neutral reaction, which is also like, who cares? Consider these things that we talked about to try and correct your problem, and yeah, just go do your thing. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Peja. This is Aviian. Next video dropping soon, so I hope I'll see you there.